Yo, it's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. And this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get into it. Why hasn't the Nicki Minaj documentary and the Rihanna documentary come out yet? And why have they continuously been pushed back? Now, for all of you who don't know, we'll give you a little backstory. Back in 2020, even though this was supposed to take place before, this was actually supposed to take place around 2018. Rihanna announced in September of 2020 that there would be a documentary on Amazon, and it would be the Rihanna's documentary. Now, the director, Peter Berg, revealed that this was something he was working on since 2018. So when I look back at whenever this got found out, maybe Rihanna didn't come out and say it. Maybe it was Peter Berg initially saying it. He is the director. He did state that it was something he's working on, for 4 years with Rihanna. Now, when this news dropped, there was several rumors and sources saying that in this documentary, Rihanna was going to make it known how angry and disgruntled she was with the entire process of Auntie, how Auntie had gotten leaked. And everyone in the industry knows that for a long period of time, Rihanna blamed Jay-Z for that, and they had one of their biggest fallouts behind the Auntie leak. So, from what I was told back then, Rihanna had a, portion, not a great portion, not an overwhelming portion, but she did have a pretty good portion in this documentary that explained that she was upset at Jay-Z and Tidal. And Rock Nation and anybody that had anything to do with her records getting leaked. Now, from what I was told, Jay-Z has since then gotten the segment that talks about him and his wife in a negative manner. He's pretty much gotten that pulled from the documentary. Now, Rihanna was supposed to come out with this documentary, and the ending of the documentary was scheduled to be her and her son. And where she is right now with her son, and she's looking forward to babies and to marriage with this man, and yada, yada, yada. But what happened is her and her son broke up. So then she had to go back and restructure some things. Now, she may or may not still have her son in it. Okay? Or, they may have made it a passing thing, and they may have to add something else onto it. But from what I'm hearing, she wants to pull her son out of the documentary altogether. But where the controversy came in and the problem came in was that Jay-Z allegedly, we'll say allegedly, and his wife, Beyonce, knows allegedly, put the stops on this documentary because they felt as though it painted them in too much of a negative light. Okay? So, from what I was told, they did hit Rihanna with a cease and desist as far as they are concerned in this project. So the last couple of years, Rihanna and Jay-Z and his wife have not really been on great terms. Oh, but she goes to the Rock Nation brunch. She has to. She's down with Rock Nation. She is sanctioned to do a certain amount of events and Rock Nation events yearly. So she showed up. She didn't stay very long, and she didn't look like she was having a good time anyway. But just to fulfill her obligation, she showed up. but they are not on good terms, things are not good. Oh, hell, she wished Beyonce a happy pregnancy and was rubbing her belly. And that came after that meeting that, if you follow the blog, in case you didn't know the blog, the owner G of that meeting, of that blog, told everybody that meeting was taking place. And she told everybody what was going to happen after that meeting. She told everyone, you watch Beyonce and Rihanna be acting like they're bosom buddies after this meeting. And that's exactly what happened. Rihanna was befriending Beyonce right when she's going to have the twins, blowing kisses and waving at her at the award show. Meanwhile, she's drinking out of a flank, getting toasted because she could not believe she was doing that fake crap. So that whole thing was set up by Jay-Z and him basically telling them to knock it off. The public was picking up on it. He needed them to play nice for the audience. And that's what they did. And since then, you haven't really heard her say anything about Rihanna. And they are in the middle of Rihanna releasing this documentary like she wants to release it. Think about it. Have you ever seen Rihanna tweet anything in favor of Beyonce or vice versa? But they've tweeted and bigged up other people. Oh, they're cool. They've taken pictures together. Once again, Jay-Z makes them do a certain amount of press. But all you have to do is look at them and tell. They don't mess with each other. And I hear that Jay and Beyonce is behind Rihanna's documentary being pushed back. Now, from what I hear, it's supposed to come out in the summer of 2021. So we will see if that documentary ever sees the light of day. As far as Nicki Minaj goes in her documentary on HBO Max, okay, director of that Michael John Warren, I believe, is directing the Nicki Minaj HBO Max docu-series. I believe it's going to be a 5-part series, I believe, like that. Now, from what I hear, again, we have the same issues. Not as much, okay, as it is with Rihanna. However, Nicki Minaj had some parts in there about Jay-Z. There was some, footage in there with her and Jay-Z in the studio, allegedly. And Jay-Z did not approve to that being in her documentary. Because Jay wants to go on the narrative, wants people to think, wants people to know, I don't mess with her like that. And every time she mentions my name, it's just basically for clout. Now, Nicki was totally blindsided by this thing with the Carters, and really and truthfully, she shouldn't have been. Nicki Minaj is a very smart person. Okay, I believe now 100% that she doesn't trust the Carters, and she knows that she shouldn't trust them. But the whole thing with this documentary should have been out already. There were some things in there that Jay-Z, of course, is not going to clear. And if it's anything that has to do with Beyonce, or maybe it's something that might be painting Beyonce in a negative light, he's not going to go for it. He's not going to go for it. What are you talking about? Beyonce sent her a birthday gift. Notice whose name wasn't on that gift? Everyone else that is married that sent their gift they sent their gift as a married couple. Not Jay-Z and Beyonce. His name was not signed to that gift. Only had Beyonce's name on it. But they did Feeling Yourself. She's cool with her. They just took a picture 3 years ago. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Again, Nicki Minaj, as well as Rihanna, has to show a certain level of respect to the Carters. I don't get what, it is about you people that you don't understand. When I say that everything moves through the Carters, that's what I damn mean. I know you don't like it. I know you may not believe it. But trust me, you're talking to someone who spent 21 and a half years in the industry. I'm not going to lie to you about something like the Carters. It may not seem that way, and it may seem that they're cool, and everyone has nothing to say about the Carters. Nobody's scared of the Carters. Okay. Notice all these people that sucked up to Beyonce and trying to give their awards to her and saying, I don't deserve it. Beyonce deserves this. When have you ever seen anyone doing that? When? The Nicki documentary still has no timetable. The last time I spoke to the director, he just said, we're getting really close. Soon. What does that mean? Really close to you may not be really close to the general public. He may think 6 months is close. That's going in damn near 2022. That is not close. But there were some things that had to do with Beyonce and the Sheetha thing. And she really wanted to mention Jay and her in the studio, but Jay-Z doesn't want that. He does not want it to come across as he was rolling with Nicki during the Sheetha thing when everyone knows he wasn't. So, the certain parts about them that, who knows, may have painted them in a negative light, or maybe just showing that, hey, look, Jay-Z liked Nicki at one point, but he doesn't now. The Carters are behind both documentaries being slowed up. And that's just the facts. Now, will they both come out? Maybe. They may both come out at one point. But do not think for 1 minute that Beyonce and Jay-Z is not making it difficult for Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. If you believe they are so cool, if you believe that there is no beef, I got a snowblower in Florida to sell you. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends.